Welcome to Fashion ÉCOLE, where your brand sits in the market influences your pricing. Where does your brand sit in the market? In today's video, we are looking at everything garment pricing. Let's get talking after the break.
Dare to Dream, Fashion Masterclass Africa is bringing to you the ultimate online learning program. Complete our full corsetry class under the course Contour Fashion, a pragmatic experience that will take your craftsmanship to the next level. Intriguing lessons on fabrications, pattern cutting, construction techniques, finishes, and many more. The genius Dr. Clement Asemnyra will be revealing a lot of the secrets and tricks used by couturiers in couture design. The ultimate opportunity to watch lessons at your own pace from any part of the world if you have an ambition to become a highly skilled professional. Get technical support throughout your entire learning process. Let your dreams become a reality with the help of Fashion Masterclass Africa. Sign up today. Visit us on www.fashionmasterclassafrica.com.
Welcome back from the break. Pricing is one of the most difficult challenges faced by a lot of creatives. There are two main reasons. One, we find it hard to believe people can actually pay our worth or pay us when we work or produce something for them. Two, a lot of us don't really believe in ourselves or believe in our abilities. We don't really know our worth. The truth is, whatever you are doing, know that once is your craft and you are putting more focus, more time into making it finer, people should be able to pay your worth or what you do for them. Is very, very important. Before you price, there are some factors to consider. One, your geographical location. Where you find yourself highly influences your pricing. If you find yourself in Europe, your pricing may be different from someone who finds themselves in Africa. So you have to look at where you are, even the country. If you are based in, let's say, Nigeria, and you find yourself in Lagos, your pricing will be different from somebody who lives at Agbeti in the north. Or if you are in Ghana and you are in one village, your pricing will be different from somebody who happens to be in the capital. So your geographical location really influences your pricing. Also your clientele, the kind of people you work for or the kind of people you relate every day with your business influences your pricing. If you've grown your business surrounded by friends and families or people who are just around you, I mean, obviously there'll be that kind of relationship of you not really being straight or strong with how much you should take and all that. Also, the cost of your inventories, the things you're using to work, will also influence how you price. So pricing basically is just you putting the worth of your talent, your skills, your time on what you've produced and asking people to pay for it, making sure you are giving them that service that matches up with it. So we now want to see or understand how to price. Before you price anything, there are certain guide or strategies or formats that should help us. First, we have to know your direct costs. So we are going to look at direct costs, we are going to look at labor or salary, and we are going to look at overheads or operation expenses. When we talk about direct costs, it's basically all the fabrications, all the things you need in producing a piece of work. So let's say you're a fashion designer and you want to design a wedding gown for someone. So you buy fabrics, you buy lining, you buy trimmings, all this little bit becomes your what? Your direct cost. Then we go to labor or salary. This talks about the amount of money you are willing to pay yourself or pay the person who is going to produce the entire piece of work. Then we come to operating expenses or overheads. Operating expenses or overheads basically talk about all factors that we don't really or link directly to what you're doing. Utility. If you're producing a garment, you're going to use light. I mean, you have washroom in your business. People go to the washroom, they use water. You make calls, you are buying credit. You are using tables to cut. You are using dress forms to work. You are using a sewing machine, irons. All these things are your operation with expenses or overheads. These are things we don't really factor when we are pricing, but it's very, very important. Imagine you have a sewing machine, or let's say a millinery embroidery machine. You just have one, which is extremely costly. You use it in your company and you don't factor little bits of this machine into your pricing, and you wake up one day and the machine is not working again. You would have to take money and repair or buy a new machine, and that will take a lot from you. So we have to factor or put into consideration all these little things in our company. What we do is that we try to stabilize or fix something, just an amount. You don't have to maybe calculate a dress form, table, blah, 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 but you just put it together that maybe if I'm making one garment, my overheads or operating expenses should be this percentage. You put that down. So you put all this thing together for us to get our total cost, our direct costs, our overheads or operating expenses, labor, all joined together to get our what? Our total cost. This is the basic format for doing this.
Dear designer, you deserve some sewing excitement in your design process. Shop at Sewgasm GH for your authentic, trusted sewing accessories, Studio 8, and couture fabrications. We don't only sell to you, we provide valuable consultation services to enable you choose the right product for your project. Visit our page on Instagram at Sewgasm Ghana to see available stock items. Call us or WhatsApp us on 0592 309576. Email us on sewgasmghana@gmail.com. Have a fabulous sewing gasm.
We now move on to the methods of pricing. I mean, we are going to go through this so that you understand and choose what works for you. The very first method of pricing I want us to look at is the backwards pricing method. Backwards pricing method. With the backwards pricing method, it means you want to bring out a product or you want to sell something, you need to do a little bit of research. Example, I want to have a ready-to-wear line. I want to sell peplum jackets. You have to research to find out how many people are selling similar item. How much are they selling it? So if I do my research and I have about 6 people on social media selling the same item, I try to find out how much they are selling it. Then I group. You group, picking out the amounts that matches or are close. So maybe Val is selling the same jacket at 100 USD. Vic is selling the same at 80 USD. You get another person selling at 95. You get someone else selling at 90. You realize 90, 95, 100 is close. So you pick one. So let's say I pick 100. It means you producing that piece, you have to aim at selling the piece at 100 USD. So this is what you're going to do. You now have to divide that amount you found more running in the system. You have to divide it into 2. You divide it into 2. So if we have 100 USD and we divide 100 USD into 2, we have 50 USD. You now have to sit down and calculate fabrication for the jacket. You calculate when you're making that jacket, how much will you pay yourself? You write it down. Overheads. You just put something down. When you tally, it should be able to match up to the 50 USD or a little less. If you do this basic calculation and it moves above that amount, it means you have to do some adjustment. Probably you are using a fabric that is too expensive, so you have to get a fabric that is quite okay for you to hit that 50 USD. So using the backwards method means you assess the market, you get the price, try and divide the price into two, check whether producing a single piece will match up to half of the price or a little bit below. Once it works, it means you can go with that price. That is the backwards method. Method number 2, we have the Keynote markup method. With this method, it basically means you have to put down on paper what you are doing. The direct costs, the labor, and the operation expenses. You do your tally. Whatever you have to multiply it times 2. You multiply that times 2. So let's say we are producing something and we put all our details of our direct costs, overheads, plus labor together, and we have 100 USD. Times 2 will be 200 USD. It means we are selling the item at 200 USD. You can also multiply it times 2.5 if probably where you find yourself taxes are high. So it's either you are multiplying it by 2 or by 2.5. That is the Keynote markup method. So you are either choosing the first or the second based on your operation or where you find yourself. Now we look at types of pricing. We have luxury pricing. When we talk about luxury pricing, you know we have some brands. You can visit some websites and you see the pieces. You look at the price and you go like, wow, it's crazy. But these brands still have people buying from them. That is what we call brand loyalty. We have people who have been able to carve a niche or an image for the brand. They are into quality. Whatever they are producing is the finest, and they've been able to create some kind of clientele surrounding the brand. These clients around the brand build loyalty with this brand, so they can go and always come back because they are getting the worth of their money, they are getting the quality of things. So that is luxury pricing. And with luxury pricing, they can multiply their total cost by 5, by 8, by 10, yes. So their rates are quite high, but they still have people buying because they've matched up and they've built the brand to that level. Our next, we have value-based pricing. Value-based pricing is a type of pricing I recommend for independent designers. If you're an independent designer out there, this is for you. It's about assessing where you are, the kind of people you work for, trying to create pieces or pricing in a way that you are making profits. At the end of the day, you are still giving them quality. You get it? So you are not producing cheap things and then pricing it high, but rather you are producing quality things, but you are pricing it to that worth. You have clientele who will be influenced based on how you treat them or how you give them what they want. That's the value-based pricing. Then we have the budget pricing. With the budget pricing is more with fast fashion brands. You know, we have brands that don't really focus on quality. All they think about is how the pieces can sell. So the pieces are produced with very cheap fabric, and their clientele, they don't really have loyalty. People buy these stuffs because they just need something, and they may buy it. They don't care how long the garment or the item takes with them. All they care is that they have it at the moment, and that is all. So you have to assess your business, know which type really works for you, and you are good to go. One thing I want you to know for sure is that people have the funds to pay your worth. All you have to do is make sure you are doing a good job. If you are doing a good job and you are charging your worth, it's beautiful. But you don't take monies from people and you give them something that don't really match. That will be a problem. So now that you know this, make sure you do a lot of paperwork. I tell designers, it's not right to always take monies and you don't even know how you're accounting for the money, the channel or the means of taking the money. If you're taking monies from clients, you have to state clearly how you want to accept the money. It's business. It helps you to keep records. It helps you to assess your business. You know the money coming in, cash flow, and all that. If you can't do basic accounting, you can hire a friend, somebody who can pass through once in a while just to check how your business is faring or doing. So with the pricing, I mean, if it's ready to wear, you choose a pricing method and you sell the pieces and you have few pieces left. With time, you can run a discount and all that just to get the pieces out of the store. This has been our business class for today. I'm very sure you wrote a thing or two down that is going to help your business or your brand grow. I'm very happy to always come your way with insightful topics and lessons just to enrich your knowledge in your business. This is proudly sponsored by Sogasm Ghana. Kindly check them out. Sogasm now have partnership with DHL. No matter where you find yourself, Sogasm can ship to you. All you do is to just place your order and get us sorted this out for you. And also, if you haven't signed up for my class yet, please click on the link in the description box. Visit www.fashionmasterclassafrica.com. We have our advanced courses mounted. Take up a course, have fun whilst you are learning, and you will never have regret. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching me for the very first time and click on the bell notification icon. Get notified anytime I upload a video on this platform. We have another class coming up soon. Make sure you stay good, and I'll see you in the next video. My name remains Dr. Clement Asemnyra. I'm your mentor here at Fashion ÉCOLE.